Make this summer unforgettable driving in a Mercedes-Benz from Mercedes-Benz of Edison. Join me Friday, July 10th at 12 noon, where I will be hosting my show live from Mercedes-Benz of Edison. I'm excited to see my friend and GM Doug Wells and the entire staff. Mercedes-Benz of Edison is committed to making your shopping experience stress-free. That's one reason they were named the 2026 Mercedes-Benz Dealer of the Year by Cars.com. Visit Mercedes-Benz of Edison and meet me, Greg Kelly. See you soon.
Listen, all you New Yorkers. Taxi!
Okay, man, we're looking around.
This is the 77 WABC minicast.
With me now live, former Congressman Peter King, and boy, do we have a lot to talk about. Congressman, how are you, your wife, and your family?
Doing fine. I don't know if I've had like a bad knee the last few months. I have a physical therapist come in twice a week, and he changed the day from Monday to Tuesday. So he just finished giving me a workout. So if I'm out of breath, that's what it's all about. I'm doing fine. Thank you.
Hey, but you're still a million times in better shape than I am, Congressman King. So thank you so much. I want you to listen to this, and then I want you to respond.
We turn now to explosive new allegations tonight, rocking a key Senate race that many Democrats were hoping could potentially shift the balance of power in the Senate. But tonight, these new allegations, and where does the main Senate race go from here? ABC's Jay O'Brien tonight.
It's one of the year's most closely watched Senate races, a must-win for Democrats hoping to take back control of Congress. But tonight, Maine Democrat Graham Plattner, whose campaign has been rocked by scandals, now announcing he's taking time to reflect on the best path forward. It comes after Politico reported a former girlfriend's claim Plattner sexually assaulted her 5 years ago.
Regardless of the inaccuracy of the reporting, but mindful of the political reality it will inflict, we are taking the time to reflect on the best path forward.
So, Congressman King, this guy gives new definition to bad news. What do you make of all this?
First of all, there's a lot of hypocrisy here. I mean, people like Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren, all these people who endorsed him in the past, when many other charges are already been made against him, including sexual abuse. Apparently, the problem there was the first accuser was a Republican. So I guess Republican women aren't believed. But now a liberal woman has come forward, and suddenly they're shocked and outraged. I mean, it'd be one thing if this was the first allegation, but there's been allegation on top of allegation about this guy's conduct. So to me, he has to drop out. It could be that Democrats also were seeing that he couldn't win, because they jumped on this pretty quickly. I mean, other charges came out, and they all stood with him no matter what. Now, on this one, when the charges was out there a couple of hours, suddenly the whole lineup from Schumer on down has said he's got to drop out. So I think he has to, unless he just wants to stay in there to spite everybody. But to me, it makes the Democrats look totally hypocritical. And listen, Susan Collins, whether or not you agree with her on every issue, the fact is no one has ever questioned her integrity. No one's ever questioned how committed she is to her constituents. And when I was chairman of the Homeland Security Committee, she was the top Republican on the Senate Homeland Security Committee, and she was just really a delight to work with, very conscientious and straight. Again, totally on target all the time. But this guy is a wacko. He's a nut. He's a violent guy. He doesn't belong really anywhere, never mind running for the United States Senate.
It's hard to believe that Democrats stood by this guy this long. So my contention, Republicans were never in a position of possibly losing the House, the Senate, or the House. What does this do now?
Well, the Democrats had a real uphill fight anyway. To have a chance of winning back the Senate, they had to take away one solid Republican seat, one that was really considered a lockdown for Republicans. They thought they could do that with Susan Collins. This candidate, I guess he was new, he was dynamic, he was a true progressive in every sense of the word for these people. And I guess they thought there was something different about him. Well, there was something different, but he's weird. He's a psycho, he's a psychopath, and obviously he's a sex predator. So I think it makes it very difficult. The Democrats will really have to run the table and win every conceivable seat that they even had a remote chance of winning to take over the Senate. I don't see it happening. And also it means that the Democrats will have to now focus all their attention on other races. So I would say this is a big step forward, for the Republicans. It has to be really a shocking blow to Democrats. And I think the way they conduct themselves here is going to hurt them in other races around the country, because people are going to see what they're really all about.
Absolutely. Let me switch gears, Congressman, and I guess I'll do it this way. Go! Go! Unfortunately, that's my soccer impersonation there. The U.S. lost last night 4-1. I don't have a problem with what President Trump did, making the phone call to get the star player for America back. President Trump ran on a platform of America first, and this is what the president, Congressman, had to say.
All I did, I asked for a review because I didn't think it was a foul. And, again, I'm good at this stuff. I didn't think it was a foul. I thought it was two great athletes that crashed into each other and got entangled. That was not a guy punching somebody in the face or anything that, would be different. And I think it's a terrible, if they wouldn't allow, a top player, maybe the best, maybe among the best players on the team to play, I think it would have had a big stain. And I related just that feel. I didn't tell him what to do. I can't tell him what to do. But and I don't believe he made the decision. I think it was a committee that made the decision. And they made the right decision.
So, Congressman, what do you think?
Yeah, listen, I guess technically it's not the right thing to do. But I would say, as an American, I can see why the president weighed in. This was a grievously bad call, by the ref in that case. President did it. To me, it was, I guess, the soccer purists will say it was not the right thing to do. But I had no problem with it. And quite frankly, if this was in England, it was the other way around. The King of England made a call. It's not like they were changing something so dramatic. This is a case where almost everyone looking at it felt the ref made a bad call. So that's one thing. But as far as soccer itself, I've never been a big soccer. I have nothing against it. I just never grew up. And I grew up in Sunnyside in Queens. I never even heard of soccer, I don't think. And but
thank God.
So I did watch it last night. I figured I get into it. And I hate to second guess a team, just because they lost. But they didn't seem to have the fire. They seemed to be lackluster. They seemed to be sloppy playing. I'm saying this is a guy who never played soccer, but it just seemed as if they were a step behind. And then that play by the goalie where he came way out of the net and then couldn't get back, and he missed the kick. It was just it seemed like everything that could have gone wrong did go wrong. And maybe, the U.S. is just not at that level yet when it comes to soccer. I don't know. But listen, I think I didn't think the World Cup would be as popular as it's been. And I think some of the countries, to hear all these foreign countries come in here and say great things about the United States, that to me has meant a lot. And I'd say here in New York, the fans from Norway have really endeared themselves to New Yorkers, doing that rowing they do and all that. And there's been no outbursts. There's been no violence. I just wish that the Knicks fans had conducted, all the Knicks fans had conducted themselves as well as Norway and other countries have here, and during the World Cup.
And Congressman, now that you say that, I'm thinking about DEI, right? Diversity, equity, and inclusion. And you have the lady from J.P. Morgan. I called her pork chop. Maybe that's unfair, but they took the garbage can, poured the garbage out. And one thing, Congressman King, why don't you tell Mamdani that this is America, man? America. We do football, American football, the NFL. We do baseball. We do basketball. We do hockey. And then maybe soccer. I get it that Mamdani thinks that soccer is the end of the world. But Mamdani, take that back to Uganda. Why don't you go be the mayor in Uganda somewhere? Why don't you do that, Mamdani, and take your hateful wife with you? We don't want her here. She's hateful, Congressman King. I didn't mean to get going on that.
Well, actually, I guess she was there to leave the country in the 4th of July to go to some Islamic meeting overseas. So if this was Donald Trump's wife or anybody's spouse, the stories would be out there. She's somehow has gotten this veil of protection around her. I don't know how long it's going to last, but it's to me, if you're married to someone whose views are that evil, then to me, you do have to answer for it. You can't just say, "Oh, she's my wife." It's not like she likes the Mets and I like the Yankees or something like that. This is a whole different story. This involves the survival of Western civilization as we know it.
Right. Hey, Congressman King, I appreciate the time. I look forward every week to chatting with you because you enlighten me. You show me, after 4 decades, you show me what I should be focusing on, what I should be looking at in terms of merely what you talk about. So regards to you, Congressman King, your wife and your family, and I hope you said it's your ankle.
Just walked in the door. So
well, send my regards to her and tell her I said hello. Congressman King, thank you for joining us. Thank you so much.
Anyone can sell electronics. At Electronics Expo, they do more than sell products. They design, install, and support complete technology solutions. From home theaters and whole home audio to lighting, shades, automation, networking, security cameras, and premium entertainment systems. For over 22 years, they've helped thousands of homeowners experience technology at its very best. See the difference for yourself. Visit their Wayne or Paramus stores in New Jersey or shop now at electronicsexpo.com.